Hi, it is Vicki. Today's reading is from Each Day, A New Beginning. It is from September 10th. And it says the following. It is for the moment you are, if it isn't for the moment you are struck that you need courage, but for the long uphill climb back to sanity and faith and security. Anne Murrow Lindbergh. Most of us are on a long uphill climb at this moment. It is a climb we are making together, and yet a climb we can't do for each other. I can reach out my hand to you, and you can grasp my hand in return, but my steps are my own, just as you, too, can only take one step at a time. For brief periods, we skip, even run along the uphill path. The rocks and the occasional boulder momentarily trip us up. We need patience and trust that the summit is still achievable. We can help one another have patience. We can remind one another to trust. We look back at the periods that devastated us for so long ago, and now we are here. We have climbed this far. We are stronger, saner, more secure. Each step makes easier the next step. Each step puts us on more solid ground. I may run into some rocks or even a boulder today. I have stepped around them in the past. I will do so again. That is so true, right? We can't help each other. We can't get well for each other. We can help each other, but we can't do the work for someone. And I think that is a very important aspect of change, personal growth on any level, because we all need guidance, right? We all need someone to help us and encourage us and be with us and hold our hand and shine the light of what's ahead and remind us where we're going. But we can't do the work for each other. We have to do the work on our own. And if we're not willing to do the work, we can't make somebody do the work. And it's just, when it says here, we look back at the periods that devastated us for so long ago, and now we are here. And for me, that's why I keep going. That's what keeps me going, is when I can stop and say, wow, that was a victory, no matter how big or small. Or I can look back and say, wow, I would have done that 2 years ago. I would not have handled it this way. I would have freaked out, or I would have not talked to that person, or I would have blah, blah, blah. We all know how it is. When we change, and the best part is when we can discover that we've changed. That is the gift for me. That is the gift. That is the true victory, is when my behavior automatically changed, and I didn't really have to think about it. It was just by doing one step at a time, one little change at a time, consistently, every day, just living the way that I really want to be, and treating people the way I want to be treated, and taking time to think about how my actions are affecting others and how my actions are affecting myself. That self-love and self-care piece is so important, because we can't get well if we're not taking care of ourselves. And that does have to be the most important part of our journey. And that is the most important part. It's getting real with yourself, getting honest with yourself, finding awareness, having that patience to keep going, and the discipline to keep going and to do the work, because sometimes it's not very much fun personal development sometimes isn't always fun, but it can be. It doesn't have to be painful. But there are times when it's a challenge, and there's times where it's just like, I don't want to wake up and do my meditations, or I don't want to think over my day and figure out what my part, like what I did good or what I did bad. I'm lazy. I get lazy, which is a character defect. And especially when you're doing well. Like when I'm doing well, sometimes I get farther away from these practices that have kept me safe and well. And that's why I really have to be disciplined, and that's why I have to do it every day, and that's why I have to make sure I'm staying connected with people that are healthy for me and that are good examples and that give me their hand and that are living the same kind of life, or at least understand what I'm trying to accomplish. At least aren't pushing me in the direction of, oh, it's okay. You don't have to do that. I need positive peer pressure. Positive peer pressure is on my list of unnecessary, a necessary part of my self-development. So, positive peer pressure. Be a good kid today and have some fun and be good to yourself and be easy. And don't forget how awesome you are. So, have a good one. I'll be back again tomorrow. Peace.